Would you ever get back with them again? Would you ever try again with that person that you once really loved? Would you ever get back with them? And hopefully this time around it goes well? Or would you leave it be? Would you say that that story has finally been told and you don't need to tell it again? Do you want to leave it as it is? Or would you take it again? It's something that happens to all of us. We at one point ask ourselves, would we do it again? Or someone asks us, a close friend, would you try again? Would you get back with them? And it's hard because at first the emotions are all over the place. You may think yes, in a heartbeat, yes, because all you can think about are the good times. All you can think about are the times that you miss, the places that you two used to go together, the songs you guys would sing in the car, the inside jokes that no one else would understand, the shows and the movies that you guys would watch, the stuffed animals that have their own personalities and names. You miss it. But yet you don't think at the time the bad things that have happened. The times where you two would get in arguments and it would be nonstop for hours, or someone said something over text message, and even though they didn't mean it in a bad tone, the other person misinterpreted it, and now there's an argument. Or the times where any little inconvenience would disturb you or would disturb them, and guess what? Another argument breaks out. Or they're not appreciating you enough, not like they used to. You don't think about those times. You don't think about the times where you would just be with them and something felt off, something didn't feel right. At the moment, you think, I want them, I need them, because of all of the good stuff that has happened. As time goes on, I think the opinion changes from I wanted them, I need them in my life, I'd do it again, to then reflecting upon the bad things, reflecting upon what actually happened in that relationship, and then having your deciding factor there. Has your life improved now that they're gone? Or has your life been going downhill? Did your life improve when you were with them? Or is it improving now that they're gone? Where are you now standing? And it's hard because maybe right now you might be thinking, well, no, I'm doing badly. I can't sleep. I can't breathe. I can't eat. And if you're maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months post breakup, and it's understandable. It's very much understandable because you're still processing everything that happened. But let's say it's been a year, 2 years, 3 years, and yet you're still thinking about it. It depends on what happened in that relationship, what events you guys both went through, whether it's shared trauma, whether it's a very big moment that happened in that relationship that kind of affected you both. So with time, you can't get over them. And someone asks you the question, would you get back with them? And it's hard because eventually you get to that point where you have to say no, or you get to say no. And even when you say no, it's hard because at one point you used to say yes. At one point, this person meant everything. And now when you say no, you say it confidently, but yet something in you still feels like, wow, I couldn't say it months ago. I could not say that months ago. I honor what I had. I'm grateful that I was able to be with that person. I'm grateful that they were a part of my life like I was part of theirs. But respectfully, I have to say no. I have to look out for myself. And even if they got to change, even if they got to be that different person, then maybe then I would consider it, depending on how my life is, depending on how yours is. Consider it. But if they are still in the same place, if they are still where you left them or they left you, and they haven't improved, they haven't went ahead and done something, then you are getting back in with a cycle that you know how it's going to end. It's a saying that gets tossed around so much. If you read the same book twice, you get the same ending. And I believe in that in the scenario that if they don't do anything with their life, if they are still in the same circle, still doing the same thing since you guys broke up, then yes, it'll be the same ending. But what if it's a sequel? I've said it before. What if it's a sequel? And the only way it's a sequel is if it's different story, different character, a different personality. And I mean it in the way that they've changed. They aren't the same person you met in the first book. They aren't the same character. They've went through something. And now you get to learn why, how. That's what's going to make that second book exciting. Would you get back with them if they are the same person? And some people might say yes, because I love that person. Maybe I needed to change. Does you changing really fix the issue? Does you changing into the person that you wanted to become fix the problems that were in that relationship? Or will there be new problems? Will there be new issues that will happen that are kind of similar to the first time that you guys were together? Would you get back with this person if they were entirely different? They improved on the things that they needed to improve on, and you improved on the things that you needed to improve on. In that scenario, I say yes, do it. If the feelings are still somewhere there between the both of you, and you guys are different people, it's safe to assume that you guys aren't going to be having the same ending. Not like you did the first time. But, and it's a hard truth to swallow, if they are the same person, what benefit are you going to get from that? And it's hard because you'll get disappointed. You'll think to yourself, I can't, and I shouldn't, because I don't want to go through that again. So instead, I have to say no. Would you get back with that person? I have to say no.